Every time I see AI being used in a video, there's always a ton of comments asking the creator not to use AI, or that literally everything made by AI is AI slop. The most common place I've seen this is the comment section on videos from the Best Ever Food Review Show, and recently a video by Jolly. And here's the example of the AI use.
I mean, it looks like a fish you don't want to touch. You know what I mean?
Like you're going to touch it and it just, boom, expands and injects you with poison.
And the people in the comments did not like that at all. When the pizza started inflating, it jump scared me. The weirdest part of this video was definitely the choice to use AI for that fish. Did not expect the fish effect. Okay, not gonna lie, it's kinda nightmare fuelish, and it makes me go, holy shit, what the hell did I just watch? But you can't deny that it's actually really high quality. If you were to get this clip made by a skilled VFX artist, it would probably cost around a few $100s. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have the clip, but it's just that for visualizing a small 3-second comment, it's just not worth the price for 99.99% of creators. So it's like when they see anything made by AI, people lose all rationality and start foaming at the mouth because how much they're bothered by AI. And my theory for why that happens is because everywhere they go, people are told that AI is bad. And if you're told AI is bad and you like AI, then by that logic, you're a bad person. And to be honest, in some cases, it is justified, because it genuinely is a shitter quality product compared to if it was made by a skilled human. But calling every single thing made by AI bad just completely destroys any possibility of nuance, and you don't even dare question if it actually is bad. And if it is, why is it bad? In what sense? In the sense that you think the quality of the content is bad, or because you think the potential consequences are bad? It's the same thing as being called far left or far right if you deviate from any of the standard talking points on either side. So it's pretty much a name and shame labeling tactic to get people to conform and silence them. So a good visual example is this meme, where there's a guy here in front of a sea of people saying, yes, you're all wrong. Or down here, it's Sasuke versus Naruto. And if you say something that's not accepted, all of these people surround you, and you're left alone trying to defend yourself. So today we'll be looking at what people think about AI and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So let's start with a clip that explains pretty much everything the people that hate AI don't realize.
The anti-AI crowd is starting to piss me off because there are some people who are just genuine morons and will try to condemn you for having any sort of AI in your life regardless of the use case. Some motherfuckers really think ChatGPT invented AI and they will die on this hill that any sort of use of AI makes you a bad, irredeemable person. Newsflash, motherfucker, this has been around for centuries. AI has powered modern life years, decades, before ChatGPT was even a thought. What are you talking about? Let's make one thing very clear. Generative AI is not all AI. The type of artificial intelligence that you hate so much is generative AI. And it is for good reason. AI is supposed to assist humans, not replace them. Making AI art is just fucking over an entire career of people who dedicated their lives to their craft.
I'm sure AI has replaced a lot of people not in the generative art field as well. But you just don't see those, because those types of jobs are not in the public eye compared to art. It's like out of sight, out of mind, which is the same reason why nobody complains about nepotism for directors or music directors or like people behind the camera. But everybody's always complaining about nepotism for actors. It's because if you don't see it, you don't even think about it.
And AI art isn't really art, it's just slop.
AI art isn't really art, it's just slop. I think this gets into the definitions of what is art. But just because something is made by AI does not mean it's automatically slop. Because even if one person finds it good, then by definition, it can't be slop, can it? Like for example, there's this YouTube channel called Chill Dude Explains, and his channel is pretty much based on AI. The thumbnails are AI, the video clips are AI, the audio, the voice is AI, these drawings are AI, but people still watch the videos, and they're actually watching the videos. That's why they're getting recommended. And it's not like people hate the videos either, because if you see the comments, there's not really any hate comments either. And in the past month, he's gotten 5.4 million views. And if you think about it from YouTube's perspective, they have no reason to show shitty content, because shitty content makes people watching the video leave their website and leave YouTube, which YouTube does not want. Which means this person is getting views because people are watching the videos, even though they're AI.
And I think that's a very, very grass is green type of take. But you can't say all AI is bad when it has been powering modern society for years, decades even, way before ChatGPT was even a concept. Motherfuckers will really sit here and tell you that all AI is bad. Meanwhile, they're playing video games with enemy pathfinding, procedural generation, and matchmaking. I have some bad news. That is all AI.
Also, chess has a lot of AI as well.
What I'm trying to say is that you are not morally superior for getting on your high horse and telling everyone that all AI is bad and if you use it you are a bad person. Because guess what? So do you. It is in your everyday life.
Literally every single content algorithm, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, they all run based on AI. And I'm pretty sure the YouTube algorithm has had a huger impact on me than any AI content. Like seriously, this one time, it started recommending me MapleStory videos. And at first I was like, let me ignore this, I don't want to get down this rabbit hole. But they kept serving them up. So I eventually caved and clicked on one. Worst decision of my life. I ended up spending the next month and a half playing MapleStory all day. Now you might say that's a self-control problem, but if you think about it from a certain angle, YouTube's algorithm or AI actually led me down a path that had a pretty huge impact on my life. But you don't even think about that as AI because it's labeled as a YouTube algorithm, which is just a fancy word for AI.
Choosing to never use AI again means no search engines, no YouTube, no Google Maps, basically no type of internet at all because all of it uses AI in some capacity. That would truly equate to you never using AI. And we know damn well you're not going to do it. It's a very black and white way of thinking that frankly doesn't get us anywhere. And don't get me wrong, you can absolutely criticize the ethical failures of AI. If anything, we don't do it enough. But newsflash, AI doesn't make you a bad person. Refusing to use your brain, that might do it.
Generative AI is bad, the rest is fine. See, this is still a blanket statement. Not all generative AI is bad. Not everybody can afford to hire a really talented artist for something, but it's wasting a lot of water. And there's a picture of the water cycle. They act like asking ChatGPT for information is bad. Mind you, it scans the internet for that said information. If you think about it, ChatGPT is like the thing we used to dream of 20 years ago. You ask it a question, it can tell you anything you want. Like, I remember when I was like 5 or 6 years old and I got like an automatic dictionary translator thingy. And even though you could just type in the word and it would show you the definition, I was so excited about that because it was kind of like a vision of the future, which ChatGPT eventually became.
I need everyone to understand that Hollywood agencies that are interested in an AI actress is a problem. But there are much, much worse things tied to this. First, let's get the obvious out of the way, which is being able to hire an actor that doesn't sleep or eat, doesn't have opinions, and can work for what will most definitely be a fraction of the cost of real actors is extremely desirable for non-creative people. This is not art, it's not the next generation, it's soulless and stupid.
Okay, I'm getting the point he's trying to make, but whenever people use words like soulless, I never really get what it means. The definitions are way too abstract. And it never really made any sense to me until I saw this video
Cultivate self-belief
by this incredible artist.
Every little success I experienced and every little step in the right direction reinforced my belief that if you believe that you are in goals, it is very important of your artistic journey.
And after seeing this, it makes me think what they mean by soul
Confidence
is that everything has intention. Like every little brush stroke has intention behind it. There's congruency, there's not really any errors. There's thought put behind the detail, like the shading, the colors,
belief.
what elements go where, and the general quality has to be good as well. But when you just throw around words like soul without any example or definition, it's just too abstract. It just seems like a cheap way to insult something without giving any solid proof or solid reasoning.
And it's on purpose that the first AI actress is an 18 or 19-year-old girl. I haven't even looked at the company that produces this slop, nor the agencies that seem to be interested in this, but I'm going to take a wild guess that they comprise of either entirely or almost entirely of men. This is a fantasy play for a variety of older men who just want their kinks on a bigger screen. And third, you can guarantee that this AI
Okay, that might be the case, but I also think they're just making the things that the most amount of people will watch. Like, I think most people would rather watch a movie with a young, attractive person rather than someone that's 90 years old as the main character.
trained itself off of tens of thousands of actual women's photos and videos, already has a folder on someone's personal computer of them doing some things that will never go public. And then on top of all that, you have to remember that this thing can be programmed to say whatever you want it to say. It doesn't need to give consent, and it's going to be okay with portraying.
Of course it doesn't, it's just an image. It's an algorithm. It's not a person.
Violence on itself and other people in a way that would be wildly unacceptable for actual women to do.
And now he's just making up scenarios that have not actually happened to justify his point.
Objectively, there's no positive to this AI slop. It is purely a means to siphon money from creatives and increase the profits to the suits.
then why don't the creatives use it as well? Nobody's stopping you.
This is what people were talking about when they were calling for regulation on AI for the past couple of years.
And how come every single solution to a problem like this is more regulation? Movies should have to acknowledge generated AI like social media. AI character usage, that and an asterisk by the name, whether on the poster, and intro and outro credits. And the name has to be shown, no hiding anything. And the person who made the video said 1000% agree. So they basically want the people who are making AI stuff to have their real name on the work. And basically the idea behind that is so they can actually call them out on it and ruin their life. It's the same thought behind having digital ID so the government can increase security and protection for the kids. But in actuality, they just want to see what you're up to and pretty much have control over your entire life. And if you do anything that doesn't agree with them, they will punish you. Nobody bought this lady's AI slop for the entire 4-hour duration of this holiday market. Life is good. I mean, that was a cute cat. What's wrong with that? I do custom orders. Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, but the thing is, sometimes those AI images do actually look better than other stuff. My grandma was excited to show me a painting she bought from the local artist. It was AI generated and she didn't even know. Eventually, it is gonna get good enough that nobody will know.
A couple years ago, I had a novel idea. What if I create a LinkedIn account that only posts AI-generated content? That's right. I was doing AI slop before it was cool. Now, this was back in the olden days where image models were doing like 8, 9 fingers a hand, but I used ChatGPT to generate the posts, I used DALL-E to generate the images, I even used this AI app to AI generate myself into a man. And at the time, I didn't really even think about any moral or ethical implications. Like, I had some hazy idea in the back of my head that this was maybe bad for the environment, but I still...
Okay, bad for the environment, right? But that's not just AI. There's a lot of things that are bad for the environment. And I don't think that AI is at the top of the list. Like, what about the millions of cars that are on the road? And they use fuel to run. What about those? Don't they have a bigger impact on the environment than AI? Or what about cruise ships? Apparently one cruise ship pollutes like 3,000 to 10,000 times more than a car. But nobody talks about them.
I kind of thought AI was sort of a trend or a gimmick. I didn't think it would be like society upending or anything. And plus, the specific things that I was posting were so ridiculous, I felt like nobody would actually believe them. And then I started getting recruiter DMs. Now, I do not know what it was about the ridiculous AI posts that I was making that resulted in getting an aggressive number of inbounds from meta recruiters. But I will say, on my real LinkedIn, I have a pretty good resume. I'm a senior engineer at a FANG company. That's pretty good, right? Wrong. I was never receiving the number of messages as when I was Burt Burkle with a profile picture that said open to wife.
I mean, you gotta do what works, right? The main reason you were getting more recruiting messages is probably because you were actively posting content. Yeah, that could be the reason why as well. LinkedIn using AI recruiters, game recognizes game.
Who cares if a song is AI? Me.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't care at all. Personally, I just care if it's good or not. And I haven't really heard any good AI song so far.
I care. And I don't know if you noticed the comment section of those 3 videos about the Haven song, but a lot of people care. And the people who care...
Of course a lot of people care. It's just that a lot of people don't care as well. And you can't convince the people that don't care to care. Because they don't care in the first place. And if a song gets views and it gets listens and people actually like it, then why would they care who made it? Tell me why I was at a Van Gogh exposition and there was a full-blown AI slop there. Okay, to be honest, that's kinda sick. How can you call this AI slop when it's actually really cool? I think people just think it's AI and by definition call it AI slop. If you were to show this to some random person in the middle of nowhere, I'm pretty sure they would say this is incredible. AI and CGI are not the same. Also, how do they know for sure that it's made by AI and not CGI? It's just because it looks like it could be made by AI, people hate on it, rather than looking at it for what it is. Me genuinely disgusted about potentially buying AI wrapping paper and making my own out of garbage instead. Okay, that's just next level hating for AI. Like, who's gonna spend so much time and effort on wrapping paper? These are so cute, oh my god, way better than AI. Like, all the AI. Every single AI that's ever existed. Like, surely there's one that's actually better than this.
Now, I talked about this the other day, but there is something genuinely so corny about this AI art of black people. Like, I feel bad knocking it, but come on, this is AI art, AI slop. You're telling me you want this in your home?
I mean, that's kind of sick, but the stuff before that was kind of racist. It didn't really look good, to be honest.
You want this in
No,
your bathroom
nope,
for
nope,
everybody
nope.
to see.
Nobody wants
Listen,
that.
I would give it to you if it was at least painted by hand, but it's made
Nobody would want to paint that by hand.
by a computer by someone who just types in a prompt.
Dude, you gotta admit how creative the people are. Because someone that would make that shit up would never spend the time and effort to actually draw that by hand. And now they can just shitpost like this. People need to learn the difference. Generative AI equals bad, coding AI equals good. Why? Why? I don't get it. Why? Why is coding AI good and generative AI is bad? Because if you think about it, generative AI is bad because people think that artists and creative people are losing their jobs, right? But aren't coding people also losing their jobs because of AI? So why is coding okay and generative AI is not? I think it just goes back to the thing where if you can see it, people pay attention. And since coding is in the back end, people don't see it. People don't see the impact it has on coders as well. I hate AI, but then they love character AI. All AI is bad, says a person who actively plays video games. Coding AI is also so bad. Do you understand what is being said? LLMs and algorithms have been around since the internet started. And don't they functionally do the same thing pretty much? Like, how many algorithms have AI behind them as well? Like, one of the biggest reasons TikTok popped off was because their algorithm was so good at detecting what you liked and showing you more of that. Of course they were using AI behind it as well. Coding has been around since the internet formed. Generative AI is what's tearing our planet down right now. How come there's always something new that's tearing the planet down? Before it was fossil fuels, then it was just stop oil, and now it's AI.
Who has the biggest load? Right here, man. Bring it on!
I'm gonna show you my straightforward process.
Aren't you tired of this AI slop?
Hold up. You can't call everything there slop. That's comedy genius right there.
Who has the biggest load? Right here, man. Bring it on!
I'm gonna show you my
And not gonna lie, this could actually be a Pixar character. If you told me this was a clip from a movie, it would not be surprising.
straightforward process.
Aren't you tired of this AI slop? Because we are, which is why we created Flow. Flow is an indie animation studio that is taking a stance against generative AI. We believe that human creativity can take us places machines can't.
But they're using machines to help them be creative. They animate on computers. Those are machines.
created Flow to give the animation industry a glimpse of hope. Show that there will be a studio that will cherish artists and their crafts. And hope that there is some studio that will work hard to bring jobs for those who stand against AI. We've already managed to make a few people's dreams come true. And with your support, we can make sure that there will be much more.
I mean, that's fine and all, but your main selling point cannot be we don't use AI. Because in general, I don't think the market actually cares if something is made by AI or not. They just care if it's good. And using not made by AI cannot be your main selling point. Your product actually has to be good as well. Someone take Gen AI away from the Ren Fair sellers. You know, some of these things actually look alright. I mean, that's pretty cool. I guess the problem arises when people are expecting something to be made by humans, and then they get something made by AI. I think that's where the disconnect is happening. Especially when it's a Renaissance fair, and you aren't expecting AI to be there. It's like it's being forced down their throats, and that's why people hate it so much. Which, fair to be honest. And here we have a clip of someone making fun of people that are actually entertained by AI.
Now do Rick and Morty in SpongeBob.
Morty, we're in SpongeBob.
How do Super Mario in real life?
Mamma mia, I'm real.
If the goal is to get people to stop using AI and stop watching AI, then this has to be one of the worst ways to go about it. You can't insult someone to becoming your ally. Also, I just find this as a way for people to get status in this anti-AI community. Like, the more you hate AI and the more anti-AI you are, the more you're praised. And the more people are like, oh yes, this guy is our friend. This guy is ethical, this guy supports the people. Which just completely ignores regular people that are not really invested in hating AI or not hating it. And they're just living their everyday lives and see random AI stuff from like time to time. Also, let me show you something funny that I saw made by AI. Like, there is no way someone would have made this without AI.
I love bad witches, that's my trucking problem.
I love your broomstick, Harry!
That's not the only wood you'll be riding tonight. Back to the dorm.
Cheeks officially clapped. Maybe we've started a wizarding family.
Fetus deletus.
I love
Fetus deletus. Oh my god. Like, even if that is classified as AI slop, damn, that was good. Also, just to show you how difficult it is to differentiate between AI and human art, Let's do this AI art Turing test. This one. This looks like a character from League of Legends, and I think this is made by humans. Yep, 46% of people got this one right. So that means 54% of people thought that this was made by AI. This, I think, is human. Yeah, this is kind of cool. This looks like one of those anime images you would see in the 2010s. So I'm guessing it is human. Oh yeah, 51% of people got this right. This looks like a painting from the Victorian ages, and the fingers look really chubby, which is, I think, a sign of AI. So I'll press AI. You're right, yep. 61% of people got this right. You see, when you're looking for AI stuff, you need to actually look for things that AI is bad at, like hands, which makes you lose focus on the actual art itself. Because I'm pretty sure if you showed this to someone which is not familiar with AI images, they would believe it's from a human. This is a spaceship. Looks like AI because it's really crisp. Nope. This was made by a human. Holy shit. So when people say art has soul, I never really got these types of arts, bro. Like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. And maybe that's the art. So this has to be human. Seriously. This was AI. Around 48% of people got this one right. So around half the people can't tell. Then how do you tell the difference between human art and AI art? Like, where is the soul that people can definitely see? I think this is human because the hands are too crisp. And it's kind of biblical type, you know? Never mind. This seems like it's not crisp enough. Also, I feel like it has too many elements for it to be AI. I think AI art is more simplistic because you can't really prompt a really complex scene. So this has to be human, yep. And this, I'm guessing, is human as well. This looks like cyberpunk, techno-styly. I'll go with AI. Yep, 90% of people got this one right. So this one is kind of obvious. This looks like a plain meadow. I think this is human. No, never mind. 26% of people got this one right. So this definitely looks like human art. Okay, I think this is probably AI because it's simple. But let me see. Actually, I think it's human because there's a lot of intentionality behind the stuff. Like, there's cows, they make sense. There's nothing off about them. There's trees. There's people here. I think this is human. Yeah, 84% of people got this one right. Yep. And this looks like a character from that Hoyoverse game. I think this could be AI. Yeah, I'll go with AI. I'm guessing it's AI. Nope. And let's make this the final one, and I think this is probably too complex to be AI. Plus, I don't really see any issues with their hand. Do I see issues with their hands? Like, what the hell is here? His hands are alright. This person's hands are kind of weird, but I'll still go with human. Yep, 40% of people got this one right. So personally, that's what I think about AI hate being really insane nowadays, and people taking it too far. But let me know what you think in the comments.